Forget Bigfoot and Nessie. What you will hear is a real head-scratcher. The Philadelphia Experiment. Imagine 1943, World War II rages, and the US Navy hatches a mind-boggling plan, turning warships invisible. Their test subject, the USS Eldridge. But here's where things get wild. The ship vanishes. Not a blip on radar, not a wisp of smoke. Gone. Then, in a heartbeat, it reappears miles away, crew screaming, their bodies fused to the steel deck. This is the legend that refuses to die. The Philadelphia Experiment. Did they crack the code of invisibility and teleport a ship across space and time? Or was it a wartime nightmare? A mass hallucination born in fear and secrecy? Let's unravel this mystery. It was October 28, 1943, at the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard. The US Navy is conducting top-secret experiments to make their ships invisible to the radar, seeking to gain a significant advantage over their enemies during World War II. But here's where things take a turn. Something goes wrong during the experiment, and the USS Eldridge, a destroyer escort ship, vanishes into thin air. Can you imagine the shock and awe that must have ensued? Some claim that the ship was teleported to another location, while others believe the experiment opened a doorway to another dimension. All we know for certain is that the details of this event are shrouded in mystery and controversy. Despite numerous investigations, the truth remains elusive. But let's step back for a moment and explore the historical context. This experiment took place during World War II, a time when the United States was engaged in a fierce battle with Germany and Japan. The government was searching for innovative ways to gain the upper hand. And one area of focus was developing new naval warfare technologies. They were determined to create a more efficient and effective navy capable of operating in any conditions and anywhere in the world. This is where the Philadelphia Experiment becomes relevant. The experiment was designed to test a technology that could render a ship invisible to radar and other detection measures as part of this larger attempt to explore new technologies. Can you imagine the capabilities this technology might offer? Even if the experiment wasn't successful, it nevertheless serves as evidence of the US Navy's creative problem-solving skills at the time. It was said to have happened at the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard and was dubbed a contentious occurrence. This experiment used cutting-edge technology to make a ship invisible to radar and human sight. This is where things get even odder. Reports say the USS Eldridge vanished from view and reappeared in a few moments miles away from its original location. Some even suggest that the consequences were disastrous, with crew members suffering from severe burns, disorientation, and even death. Who were the key figures involved in this enigmatic event? Dr. Franklin Reno, a scientist allegedly responsible for developing the technology, and Dr. James Longstreet, the physicist who supervised the project, are often mentioned. Witness statements such as that of Carl M. Allen, an ex-Marine who claimed to have witnessed the event, and Morris K. Jessup, a strongist whose book on the experiment was published in 1955, are also available. The myth of the Philadelphia Experiment continues to fascinate people around the world, even if there is no concrete evidence. Some say this is a fake story, while others think some truth may be hidden in the mystery. This event is one of the most debated and controversial in history. Many experts argue that the Philadelphia Experiment is a hoax or a misinterpretation of events. They point out the lack of concrete evidence and the inconsistent and contradictory eyewitness accounts. Some even suggest that the reported health problems suffered by crew members were caused by exposure to high levels of radiation. While some believe it was merely a hoax, others are convinced that it was indeed a real event covered up by the government. One of the most popular conspiracy theories revolves around the ideas of invisibility and teleportation. It is said that the US Navy was attempting to make the ship invisible and even teleport it from one location to another. The legend of the Philadelphia Experiment is a captivating tale that leaves us questioning the possibilities of what might have happened on that fateful day in 1943. Whether it was a real event, a government cover-up, or a work of fiction, one thing is for certain. The Philadelphia Experiment will forever hold a place in history and popular culture.